So in this video we are going to configure Central Web Authentication, CWA. Most of the stuffs are similar like a hotspot. Okay, so we have ISE 192.168.100.210, we have another ISE 192.168.100.220, and we have Active Directory, DHCP, DNS, FTP, NTP, certificate, authority. Everything is 192.168.100.230, which is a Windows server. Okay, and we have Wireless LAN Controller. This is our target, 192.168.100.240. These are the detail, and we have a domain with the name test.local, which we are using. Okay, and this is the detail. Our authenticator devices is Wireless LAN Controller this time because this is wireless. Computer for test we will use Windows 10, my own system, this one, and also I will use my mobile phone to show you. Okay, this Central Web Authentication. We will create SSID guest. Either we can create any name. That's the name I suggest. We will use 2ACL, which we previously created. Anyway, I will show you, and we will use guest portal. Okay, first thing first, you need to configure RDS on Wireless LAN Controller. Previously we already done, but if you don't know, let's go to show you. Go to security tab. Okay, and here is RDS, and click on RDS authentication. We need to create authentication. This is Cisco ISE IP address. 1812 is the port number for authentication. If you create new, here you need to type Cisco ISE IP and same share secret key. It has to be same on Cisco ISE and also on this side, and you need to enable this change of authorization. Anyway, we already done, so it's there. Same has to be for accounting. So accounting is already also created, so no need to repeat this task again, and we already know. Just click new and type IP address, share secret key, and change of authorization enable, and OK. And then for accounting the same thing, you need to repeat and click OK. Done. Next thing, we need to create SSID for Central Web Authentication, where we can create. So this is wireless LAN. Okay, so we already have employee, which we test guest and hotspot. So let's create a new one, and this time wireless LAN Central Web Authentication. So I will give them CWA, suppose, just for test purpose, Central Web Authentication, and apply. This is my SSID which I created. Okay, and where is, by the way, yeah, it's not created, so let's create again. CWA. Okay, and click apply. So when you click apply, it will open all these details. So what I need to do, when click new, so here I give them guest name, but here I say CWA. You need to enable this one. This is the first thing. So let's enable them. This is the profile name and SSID, which will be broadcast here. You know which broadcast here. It will be CWA. This called SSID. And we are connected through management, so it's okay. Now go to security. Layer 2 security is none, and MAC filtering is enable. It's mentioned here, I believe. Yeah, so it's enable. What else you can do? You need to go to security and AAA server. You need to check this one, and you need to choose your authentication server and accounting, which we done previously. So go to this one and enable. And our authentication server is our Cisco ISE, and this is also Cisco ISE. Here you don't need to do anything, and go to advanced. And advanced, what you need to do, I think so I click this one. Yeah, so in advanced, it has to be enabled automatically. Yeah, done. And this one has to be enabled automatically when you click that one. What else you need to do? I think so you need to click DHCP address assignment, and next you need to DHCP profile and HTTP profile is already, and uncheck Flex Connect local switching. So uncheck this one. So this one is done. Address is done. It's already enabled. This one is already enabled. Okay, and we enable this one is already enabled, and this one we already uncheck, and just apply. So apply, and now go back. So our new SSID is done with the name CWA, and make filtering is enabled. There is no security. Okay, no security is enabled. Okay, so this one is done. Now we need to create ACL. By the way, we already created these two ACL previously. One with the name web auth redirect. This redirect will redirect the traffic. We just need to allow DNS, and we need to allow ISE, this thing, and deny each and everything. So if I go to wireless and flex connect ACL and web auth redirect, so it's already there. No need to create again. So we have 4 permit and 1 deny. Okay, first permit is for anywhere DNS. Second is any but source is DNS. This one is destination, this one is source. Then destination is Cisco ISE IP any allowed, and source is Cisco ISE IP and any allowed. And last ACL we create deny each and everything. So only DNS is allowed and Cisco ISE is allowed. That's it. You can create this rule here. Click IP rule, and here you can. We already done, so no need to do it again. This is the first ACL. It's already created, so no need to create again. You already know this one. Now second ACL to restrict the guest. So that is by name guest ACL. And we deny these two server. By the way, you can deny each and everything, but I deny these two servers, Cisco ISE. 210 is my ISE and 230 is my Active Directory. I deny this too. It's up to you what you want to deny. So if I go back to Flex ACL and Guest ACL, so that's the traffic which I deny, 230 and 210. Okay, here is. So that's the to restrict the guest. So it's already done. Okay, so we have these ACL ready. You need to push this ACL to access points. For that you need to go to wireless and flex connect. So it's already done, by the way. If I go to flex connect, we have only one group, and click on that group, and let's see. Let me click again flex. Sometime it, because it's virtual, so sometime it will not show you. So let me refresh, and let's go to wireless and flex connect group here. So it's already pushed, by the way. It will show you like this. When you click here, you need to go to ACL mapping policies, and you need to push those two ACL. And when you access your access point, those ACL will be there. It will be pushed from wireless LAN controller to ACL access point, but it's not showing, so I need to refresh again. Let's see again. Yeah, it's come up now. So ACL mapping policies. So those two ACL I already pushed them in previous lab. When you click add, it will be pushed here, policy access control list. So this part is already done. So almost similar thing. Okay, now what I need to do, again this part we already done. For your lab to be successful, what you need to do, you need to enable fast SSID changes, and second you need to uncheck enable DHCP proxy. Where? Go to controller, and it's here. So it's already enabled. Fast SSID changes is enabled. You need to enable, it's disabled by default. And go to advanced DHCP, and you need to uncheck this proxy. So I'll already uncheck from previous lab. So this part is already done. So most of the stuffs are done. Now we need to add wireless LAN controller to our network devices in ISE. Again this part is done. We already add them. So if I go to ISE administration network devices, okay, if it is not, you need to click add and you need to add, but in my case it's already here. So wireless LAN controller, this T240 is IP, SN device type wireless controller, and this the radius key. Done. So this part is already done. It's already add. If it is not, you can follow this to add. Next we need to create two policies. You need to go to policy element profile, by the way. Again, we already have two profile created previously. So if I go to work center, guest access and policy element, okay, and result, there is authorization profile. So what I done here, I need to click add to create two. So I created with the name guest hotspot. You can change the name, by the way. So if I go to guest hotspot, let me change the name this time. Guest CWA, Central Web Authentication. It's the same concept, by the way. So I say guest Central Web Authentication, and you need to change these things. Previously we done this for hotspot. This time I'm doing where is Central Web Authentication. This is our lab, yeah, and this is our topic. So I say Central Web Authentication. I change them from hotspot. This the ACL which we configure here, and wireless and flex connect. This the first ACL. You need to put the same name here. It's already there. And from here, change hotspot to self-register guest portal and sponsor guest portal. So let's do first a self-register guest portal. Guest will register himself or also self-register. Okay, and what else? That's it. We need the put IP and save the setting. Okay, so I change guest CWA. So this is my first profile. Okay, next profile I need to create for guest access. So guest access is already there, and I need to use the second ACL. So let's go to authorization profile, and there is guest access. Guest access, if you want, we can put guest access CWA. So you know this one. And what I done here, you don't need to do anything. Just airspace ACL and type the second ACL, restricted ACL. We have another ACL, this one, yeah. You need to type to that name, but don't need of any redirection. This web redirection is not there. This when the user is redirected and authenticated, then they will provide them this profile. Okay, so that profile will be used and save. So my two profile are ready for CWA. Okay, so next thing I need to create policy set. So for policy set, what I need to do, again I need to use the hotspot one. I can use the same wireless map because the traffic will come through wireless. Okay, this the policy set. Authentication I will use wireless map, but I will continue if user is not bound, because guest user detail will be not there, and then the default one I will deny. Okay, and then I will create authorization. So let's create that one. So if I go to work center, and here is policy set. Okay, so previously we created hotspot. Let me change this one. Either let's create a new one. So let me reset. Okay, and let's disable this one, and let's create a new one to show you again. Okay, click on this one, and this time CWA wireless, CWA wireless, and condition is so simple. My traffic will come from wireless. So what I need to do, I just need to use wireless map. That's it. Wireless map is already created, and default network access, and save. You need to save to continue. Okay, so my policy set is created, CWA wireless. Click on this arrow. Now first thing first, you need to authenticate. The default one, there is a default one. Let's disable this one, deny, and let's create our own. And here I will say CWA auth. This CWA authentication, and condition is so simple again. what I will say that if the traffic is wireless map unidentified, yeah. So where is wireless? Let's go back. Wireless map. Let's drag. There is a by default, so no need to do anything. Wireless map, same like this one, and I will change this to internal endpoint. An option, I will say if a user not found, don't reject, continue them. That's it. So CWA authentication, if the traffic is wireless map and if the detail is not inside our internal endpoint, so the user will continue and save the setting. This what I done here, yeah. Sorry, authentication. So authentication we done here. Here I put wire as well, but you can put wireless or wire both combined. Okay, and this one is done. Now coming to authorization. If the authentication is successful, traffic will go to authorization. And authorization, I will create two rules. First rule is access. Here I will use guest flow. It's the default one. There's already there. And I will provide them guest access CWA. So let's go to authorization. And before default one, click on this one. And here, I don't know which name CWA full access. Here the condition will be, I say the condition if a wireless map and guest flow, I don't know, I put and, yeah, it's and, means it has to be true both. So I say if the traffic is, where is wireless map, where is wireless, yeah, if it is wireless map and guest flow, you can search by the way guest flow, yeah, and drag this one and put them and both has to be true. So what to do? If this is a guest flow and wireless map, so we create a profile with CWA. Let me search, yeah, guest access CWA. Guest access means they will provide them access, limited access, we restrict them. Second rule, it has to be below, keep in mind, otherwise it will create a loop. So create a new row below. Here CWA redirect. First this rule will hit, and this rule will hit if I say that if it is a wireless map, redirect them. So here, so simple, this rule will hit first before the first one. So I will keep them simple. I will say if a wireless map traffic, unidentified traffic, redirect them to CWA portal, guest CWA portal. This is the two profile which we create, yeah. Here policy element we create here two port. Okay, let me show you those one. So here I created two profile. This one is, it will redirect them to central web authentication. If everything is okay, then they will provide them guest access. The second one rule will hit. We created this one, you already know. Save the setting. So this is the flow. Keep in mind, you need to create this one second and this one is first. The rule will be checked from top to bottom. It will hit this one, so it will be not a guest flow. It will be a wireless map, but it will not be a guest flow. So it will go to the second. It will say yes, it's a wireless map. Redirect them to this one. Again, it will redirect, will recheck the policy. So it will hit this policy and they will provide them the access. This is the two rule which we created here. Authorization profile. You remember CWA, this one. This is guest CWA, guest CWA, and guest CWA, it will hit first. So what they will do? They will redirect them. Here is central web authentication with self-register guest portal. And when it's redirect and they put all the detail, so then it will hit the second rule, guest access, this one. And here it will be limited access. That's it. Okay, so we save this setting. And what else? Now we need to test. Okay, but before testing, what I need to do, I need to delete previous entry if there is. Okay, so let's delete all this entry, because we are using the same mobile phone and laptop, so we need to delete previous entries. Okay, done. And now for testing, we will use the same method. So let me open this same application, my mobile phone. There is a code. Let me type my finger, and let's go to wireless, so connection, and go to Wi-Fi. This time not hotspot, this CWA. Click on CWA. Okay, this the CWA. It will open a new page. Yeah, it's come up now. Click on this one. It will give you certificate error. Continue, because we are not using. So it will redirect you to the self-register guest portal, but it's give error. Anyway, we will check. Let's check out here as well. So let me disable my internet wire 1, and let's connect to Wi-Fi here. So here I would say, where is CWA? Here is CWA. Click on CWA. It will redirect you, and it will open a page. Yeah, it has to open. Yeah, it's open. It will open a page for you, and here you need to register, because we say register for guest access, self register. Click on self register, and it's a Ahmad Ali. Sorry, that's the username. So username is access ABC, suppose, and Ahmad Ali. Email, I will put anything. Phone number, let me change them to Saudi Arab. Where is? Yeah, and let me put 1234 something, and company SBM, suppose, and visited email ABC at the rate, visit who you want to visit. Okay, so you need to type their detail, yahoo.com, and reason for visit, meeting or something, and register. So this is self-registered. So this my user, and this the password. I need this password and access ABC. So let me sign in. So access ABC and password I already save, and sign in. Accept this one. This is self-register. Continue, and that's it. Now I can access the internet. You see, and you can verify from here. So let me disconnect this one again, so that I can use my cable to show you. And let's disconnect this Wi-Fi again. CWA is connected, so you can verify from here. Monitor, so it will show you current client. When you click here, so here is CWA, and it's showing you that access ABC username is connected, yes, with CWA SSID. And when you go to Radius Live Logs, here you will see the user access ABC. It use CWA wireless. This the detail which we configure at the policy set is showing those detail, and you can click and you can see all the detail. The same it has to be happen on this mobile phone, but because this mobile phone detail is already there, it has to be redirected as well. But for some reason mobile phone was not redirected, but it will be the same either in laptop or here. So let's go back. So I connect here with mobile phone. You need to register yourself. When you register, okay, so it will provide you a username and password. You need to type that username and password to log in. This one is called self-register guest portal. And when you continue, then you can connect, you can monitor. I show you from Wireless LAN Controller, and also I show you from Cisco ISE as well, and also I show you from my laptop if you want to check from my laptop. So it's redirect you need to click here and then accept the risk. You need to register. After registration, because it's a self-register guest portal, and it click sign in and put the same username and password which you created, okay, and it's here. And when you accept, continue, and later on you can access the internet, which checks we access the internet. The same thing can be happen on any mobile phone or anything. So this is called central web authentication, but we use, keep in mind, self-register guest portal. Okay, and next video we will do another type of web authentication.